Live from Chaminade High School. Alongside Brian Soper, I'm Jared Veluzzi, and we have an absolute showdown for you. It's the Hills East Redhawks taking on a New York City powerhouse, the Eagle Academy Eagles. This one's presented to you by Blaze Fast Fired Pizza. And Brian, two powerhouses in a showcase here at the Gary Charles Hoops Challenge. This one is bound to be good.
It's going to be great. Both of these teams have played absolute gauntlet schedules. And, you know, it's always that city versus Long Island, right? We got Suffolk County in the house. We got the city in the house. All right, you know, two proud programs. Hills East, you know, five-time county champion. And Eagle Academy just, you know, looking to reload from last year. It's going to be a great game here.
Yeah, Eagle Academy, back-to-back PSAL champs, and they bring back a ton of talent from a year ago. Some of the best players in the city in this one. One of them, Jeremiah Jacobs, someone that we're going to be talking about a lot forward going to Sacred Heart.
Yeah, double-double machine, just an absolute monster, right? You know, 12 points a game, 18 rebounds. Going to look great down there in Connecticut for Sacred Heart, right? And Amir Dockery, all right, just 9 assists, the dish master, freshman of the year in the PSAL. You know, it's a nice 1-2 punch. You got the guard, you got the big. All right, look for them to try to, you know, play off of each other.
And Hills East has some incredible talent of their own here. Someone who's going to look to stop Jeremiah Jacobs in this one is going to be Jordan Kador, and he has some help down low with Skylar Ellis.
Yeah, Jordan Kador, he's like the Kimbe Mutombo in there, right? Blocking shots, right? 4.5 blocks a game, and then you got Skylar Ellis, right? Smooth, 20 points per game, top scorer, right? Very hard to stop when he gets going. So look for Hills East to try to feed him early, and Eagle Academy better have a scouting report for that kid.
Two of the top teams in the state, and let's take a look at the keys in this one for each team trying to get a big victory here.
Yeah, Eagle Academy, right, dictate the pace of the game. They came in with a lot of energy to the gym tonight, dominate the boards, right, and get out in transition, get those easy baskets. Hills East, you know, prides itself on defense, as you see their first key, defensive communication, right, play unselfish, and not be complacent, right? It's a Sunday, right? We've had a break, right? You've had the holiday season. You better be ready to compete if you're Hills East, right, with the boys from Eagle coming in here to Chaminade.
And speaking of Eagle, starting five loaded, led by Richard Jackson running the point. Amir Dockery and Xavier Caesar round out the guard play. And the forwards, Gregory Reyes and, of course, Jeremiah Jacobs. And for Hills East, they also have a ton of talent as well. As we take a look at their starters real quick, as Julian Diaz, the senior guard, joined by Sanjay Sharma, Brandon Varlak, and the big guy, Skylar Ellis and Jordan Kador.
And at forward, a senior, number 5, Julian Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz is kind of that like X-factor guy. Doesn't get the attention that some of the big names do, but look for him to start real quick here.
And for Half Hollow Hills East, they're led by Mike Marcelin, a name that has been very common here for the Redhawks. Of course, the past couple county championships, he's done absolutely outstanding there. And for Eagle Academy, Kevin Hamilton, responsible for back-to-back PSAL championships. And those Eagles, listen, Brian, they have an identity. They're starting to figure it out here after losing some senior talent. But defense and toughness certainly going to be important for Eagle here today against a really explosive Hills team.
7 straight wins for Eagle Academy, right, playing a really, really tough schedule. And how about that household, you know, growing up, right? Mike Marcelin, right, his brother Alex had a pretty heck of a good year, right, with the Hills East football squad.
As both starting fives getting ready to come out here, as recent success for each of these teams. As for Eagle Academy, they had a quick trip over to Massachusetts to take on J.E. Burke from Boston and LaSalle from Rhode Island. And it's always great when you go out of the state and go 2 for 2. Got a couple big wins.
For sure. And now you're on Long Island. And we just saw, right, Hills East has 2 big wins over Baldwin and Floyd. We just saw at the ending of a tremendous basketball game here with Floyd in the last seconds taking down Baldwin.
And here we go. It's Eagle and Hills East on the tip. It was Cador and Jacobs, a matchup that's going to be really exciting here. And it will be Eagle Academy starting things out. But this pass intercepted. It's Sanjay Sharma.
Yeah, nice defense there. A little kind of pick and roll action. Sharma did a good job getting himself and his hands in the way.
And someone that has had a lot of success recently is Brandon Varlak as he's handling the ball here. Varlak loses it, but it's going to stay with the Red Hawks. And Brian, Varlak on this court just yesterday, a triple-double.
Unbelievable, right? He's been playing really great. You see Dockery, the sophomore, sneaking his hands in there, always looking to steal the basketball.
Dockery known as one of the best defenders in the city. Now here's Richard Jackson going up with the layup. Eagle Academy gets on the board first.
Yeah, nice job. A little defensive pressure in the corner leads to a turnover and a run out. Nice job by Jackson Jr.
Now here was another good defensive possession for the Eagles. And Brian, when I was talking to Coach Hamilton about his team, they love to play defense, and they also love to apply pressure. We're talking about dictating the pace, right?
Yeah, you see Jackson just up in your face, man-to-man, right? He's got to fill big shoes, right? Jakai Sanders now at St. Peter's playing D1. Great start for Jackson.
And jump shot opportunity, no good, as that was Xavier Caesar. And Hills East looking to play fast here. Inside, that one rejected. It's Jacobs with the block.
Yeah, just swarming defensive pressure so far. He kind of gets himself out of a triple team. Here comes the eraser. Boom, right, what a block. Sacred Heart commit. Swatting one down 95.
And here comes the Eagle Academy in transition, sharing the basketball, and there's the big fella, Jacobs.
Unbelievable, we mentioned him in the beginning, right? Our two keys to the Dockery to Jacobs. Unbelievable dish and finish. Coming right down in your living room with the flush.
Called him the dishmaster for a reason right there, and his buddy Jeremiah Jacobs off to a pretty good start on both sides of the court.
Yeah, that Dockery. He's a sophomore, 8.6 points per game, 9 dimes a game. No doubt, you see why he's the freshman of the year in the PSAL. But it starts with defense, right? The block down there leads out to some transition, and now you're picking up a little full court.
As Hills East looking to get their first basket, it's Skylar Ellis, someone who has eclipsed the 20-point mark in a bunch of their games so far. And Cador's going to try one from beyond the arc. That one's short. Fight for the board, won by Eagle Academy. And they have numbers. Jacobs looking to take it himself, but he's going to be called for a travel, looks like.
Yeah, a little extra step there. Love, again, what Eagles doing on defense. Straight man-to-man, in-your-face defense. It's a nice little pick and pop by Hills. Still looking to get that first basket.
Yeah, and a very intriguing matchup as Amir Dockery looking to guard Brandon Varlak. But Dockery always so tenacious on defense. But Hills East looking for their first points. The shot was up there from Diaz, no good, but looked like there's some contact.
Nothing's going to come easy today for Hills East with the way Eagles swarming on defense. Just everything's contested. Every shot, right? Every shot's been contested.
As Diaz's first shot from the line, no good. But Julian Diaz, the senior, does a little bit of everything. Of course, we talk about, the bigger names who score a lot, like Skylar Ellis, Brandon Varlak, and of course Jordan Cador. But Diaz, one of those really important pieces for this Red Hawks team.
Yeah, you see him at the front here on the press, a little 1-2-2 press by Hills. By Hills. Try to just slow down Eagle a little bit, right? Make them make a few passes, use the shot clock. They've had enough with that fast break offense.
And now Hills East defense looking to be aggressive here. But Xavier Caesar likes his chances from deep. That one no good. Rebound, it's Jacobs, and he puts it away.
Got to box him out. Got to get a body on Jacobs. Nice little screen at the top by Eagle to get that three-point look.
Varlak's pass goes out of bounds, but a big reason why the defense from Amir Dockery.
You just felt when Eagle got onto the court, right? Their warm-up, they had a ton of energy. The bench has a ton of energy, and defense brings energy. It's a great start for them.
As 5 minutes and 20 seconds here in the opening frame. Dockery gets it inside. Jacobs now over to Caesar. And Gregory Reyes, the lefty, nothing but net.
Yeah, Hills is playing like a slough kind of man-to-man. Good job by Eagle being patient, you know, finding the right shot at the top. Smooth lefty stroke.
And Sharma's shot off the mark. And Eagle Academy looking to run here. This time it's Richard Jackson, no good. Caesar with the board.
Just quicker to the ball. If you're Hills, you gotta stress the boxing out. These long rebounds.
And Brian, guess who it is there? It's Jacobs on the offensive glass, putting it away. 11-0 Eagle.
Yeah, there's no answer for him. He's 6'6", he's long, he's athletic. Just don't have a matchup for him if you're Hills East.
And a much-needed basket for the Red Hawks. It was Skylar Ellis hitting the three.
You know, scoring points allows you to set up that defense, right? If you're not scoring, you can't set up that press to try to slow Eagle down.
And speaking of someone great on the boards, it's Jordan Cador. So 5 straight points for Hills East after falling behind 11-0 in this one. And those points very important here as Eagle, they've shown in their schedule in the PSAL, they get off to a hot start. They could run away with it quickly.
Yeah, and again, starts with defense. The 1-2-2 has slowed them down a bit. Oh.
And that one blocked. No call there from the official. Reyes' shot no good. So Hills East will have it anyways here. It's Varlak with a spin move. Brandon Varlak puts it up. And that one will fall. So just like that, Hills East with a quick response here.
Yeah. Look at Varlak getting to the rim, and one, count the basket. 11 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, 5 assists per game for Varlak, 6-foot senior. Fills up a stat sheet.
Yeah, Varlak has been phenomenal. In their win against Bayshore, who also won a Suffolk County Championship last year, just like Hills East, Varlak, 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. Talk about filling up the stat sheet. That's what Varlak does. 8 straight points for the Red Hawks. But Reyes is going to get a trip to the line here.
Yeah, nice patience by Eagle. But you see, Hills wants to score baskets, get into this 1-2-2, kind of slow the pace down a bit. Great unselfish pass to Reyes. Nice cut here. You see him dive to the rim. Great rim run by him.
And Reyes will hit the first free throw here.
Yeah, averaging 9.8 points per game. He's leader on the defense, but super productive and smart on the offensive end.
So he'll go 2 for 2. And Eagles' lead goes back up to 5. And once again, we see them not afraid to press out and put a lot of pressure. And contested shot does not matter for Skylar Ellis. He sinks it.
I mean, talk about shooting one with a guy with hands in your face. 20 points per game for a reason.
And some great ball movement. Ends with a 3-point attempt from Reyes, no good.
You know, Ellis is so tough. He's 6'4", he can shoot over you, and he can drive it to the rim. Just a tough cover for anybody.
And speaking of tough cover, it's Amir Dockery and Brandon Varlak once again going head-to-head. Now Raj Gurjal, that one no good. The 6th man unable to get it to go.
One-handed rebound by Jacobs. Give me that.
He has been amazing on the boards here so far. As Dockery, the sophomore, gets it inside to Jacobs. And Jacobs, with some contact, is going to go to the line. And he has been such an issue all over the floor here.
For sure. You know, he's got great size, 6'6", strong, Athletic, good footwork as he showed with his back to the basket there. Can do it all.
And he'll hit the first free throw. As 2:15 to go here. Jacobs with a good first quarter, and Eagle going to make some substitutions. And you want to talk about size. Joining Jacobs now on the floor is going to be Hunter Frazier, number 33, standing at 6'8".
Yeah, he's got a good touch too. Can finish at the rim. Solid defender. You know, it's kind of like they're looking to trap out of this. It's a 1-2-2, but you see you got this 6'6" Jacobs at the top of it, which makes it hard to throw over him. Getting the trap.
Now Gurjal double teamed over to Varlak, so they get it over midcourt. And that has been a challenge for a lot of teams when they face Eagle Academy. But Varlak going to take it himself. He's going to get his own board. Varlak mid-range jumper, no good. Great rebound from Ellis. As that one off the mark and dribbling up court was Dylan Leone, another sophomore for Eagle Academy, as they have a couple great seniors, but also some youth on this team. Leone and Dockery, just sophomores.
Yeah, I mean, back-to-back PSAL champions, graduated 6 seniors, and have a lot of youth on this team that's really starting to find themselves. So it's like the past, present, and the future looks good for Eagle Academy.
And Frazier's going to get called for a travel, and yeah, Brian, I think you hit it on the head right there when it comes to the past. Of course, you have the championships, and this year, I mean, you ask anyone in the PSAL, Eagle, of course, is still a championship contender. As all this talent here being displayed so far. They have a 15-10 lead, and now they get a steal defensively. And Jacobs puts the shot up, no good. Kador able to get a hand on it and sends it over to Varlak.
Yeah, last possession for Hills, the spacing wasn't great. Trying to pass it to the middle.
And Varlak with a nice crossover over to Adrian Merchant. Now Kador, corner three. The board corralled by Hills East. Now this time Varlak from deep. Just short, and Jacobs picks up the rebound.
How about Skylar Ellis, right? He's known for his scoring, but he's been dominating the offensive glass the last 2 or 3 trips, creating extra opportunities for the Red Hawks.
And that's where he's able to make such a difference. And Dockery, quick shot, no good. So that one goes out of bounds. Just 37 seconds left here. Eagle up 15-10. As in the beginning of this one, Eagle jumped out to an 11-0 lead, but Hills East has had a good response. And coming off the bench, we mentioned his name earlier, Adrian Merchant, but another one of these Hills East guys, very good defender, and has done a great job for them this season. Part of the reason why they're 8-1.
Yeah, kind of like a 1-4 look for Hills. Great job.
As that pass over to Ellis, he's going to get some contact. So Skylar Ellis going to shoot 2 here.
Right, Hills East, went kind of a 1-4 flat type of look. Right, obviously real comfortable with Varlak with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and it's a great duo, or honestly even trio, when you talk about scorers. Varlak can get it done. Of course, Skylar Ellis here, one of the top scorers on Long Island right now. And Jordan Kador, Sanjay Sharma, all able to really produce on any given night.
Eagle really forces you to kick and dish, right? They're not going to allow you to dribble drive to the rim. Their help defense is really good, and you have guys around the rim who can rim protectors. You got to hit your shots. You got to hit your layups contested after drawing double or triple teams.
As now inside, that layup no good. Frazier gets the board and will be fouled here with just a couple seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, Frazier, just a junior. You see him around the rim, big body. Good drive, good penetration by Eagle Academy. Takes away that help defense, allows Frazier to get on the window there, go right back up, take a hit.
And that was a pretty move from Dockery as well to kind of set that up offensively.
Yeah, good job, kind of cupping that ball, protecting it in the lane.
As Frazier knocks it down, so just 3 seconds to go in the quarter.
Silky touch for the big man at the line.
And Varlak gonna have to put it up from half court. That one, no good. And at the end of one, it's Eagle Academy leading Hills East 17-12, and part of the reason, big Jeremiah Jacobs.
Dockery with the dish. Johnson with the, Jacobs with the flush. Great job. Good job, both teams defensively. Boom.
Jacobs puts it away, and Eagle up 17-12. We'll be back with the second quarter after this short break.
We're going to keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza,
artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven
for fast fire perfection.
Come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
The game is changing, but what drives the game never will. What you have inside. It refuses to be ignored. It sweats everything. It turns an athlete into a legend. It demands respect. The game will always change, but it never will. Gatorade, is it in you?
Welcome back to Chaminade High School alongside Brian Soper. I'm Jared Veluzzi. As the second quarter just about to get underway between Eagle Academy and Hills East. And if you're just joining us, it was all Eagles early on. They jumped out to an 11-0 lead, but Brian, Hills East, they had a good response.
Yeah, they got a couple of buckets, allowed them to get into their 1-2-2 press, which kind of brought them back into the game. Both teams, I think, in the huddle, you probably heard a little bit about boxing out or, not allowing so many offensive rebounds, especially Eagle giving up a few to Hills that last few minutes of the quarter.
As going the other way, it's Amir Dockery putting it away.
Exactly how the first quarter started. Defensive pressure leads to steals, leads to runouts.
And once again, another steal going up with it. Looked like Merchant got a hand on it. Rosenblum with the board and some contact.
It's just the exact way this game started, right? Eagle ratcheted up that pressure, leads to a few runouts. Good job by Hills East getting back and protecting the rim.
And Hills East, they've done a good job at protecting the rim this season, mainly because of this young man right here, Jordan Kador. As Merchant over to Rosenblum. Rosenblum, one of the smartest players on this Hills East team. As Varlak double-teamed immediately. Pass just gets over to Adrian Merchant, but the shot no good.
Exactly what you have to do if you're Hills. The collapsing defensive Eagle is forcing you to kick it out, and you're going to have to make shots, right? Whether it's a three, long twos.
And Dylan Leone will put it away. 10-point lead for the Eagles.
Yeah, very good shooter, just a sophomore. You see him dialing that one up from distance.
Yeah, Leone, one of those lefties, but such a valuable asset to have coming off the bench, being able to produce.
It seems like Hills is willing to give up the three-pointer, right? I think they're concerned about the glass and inside of giving them a few good looks at the three-point line. Maybe look for them to adjust if they make a few of them.
And Varlak with a great move. Ellis on the offensive glass once again, and he's going to get some second chance points.
Offensive glass has been the best offense for Hills in the latter part of this, quarter, first half. Little zone action. Kind of a matchup zone by Hills. Seemed pretty content with letting Hills shoot three-pointers. Eagle.
And Ellis dancing, but it will be an offensive foul.
Those are some of the hardest calls in basketball, those offensive charges or blocks. Gonna take a look at this. Coming right at you. Yeah, it looked like the feet were sliding a little bit, but hats off for taking it.
And Richard Jackson takes a three. He's going to get the bounce. So another deep ball for Eagle Academy.
Yeah, the three-point line, it's been open for Eagle. Matchup zone, seeming very content with allowing them to shoot the three, and they've made a few, especially here in this second quarter.
Sharma on the near side. Gets the bounce pass over to Merchant. Some quick ball movement. Rosenblum picks up his dribble. Back inside to Merchant. Merchant gonna body his way in off the glass. Hills East trims the deficit to single digits.
Yeah, great hard move, attacking the glass. Nice job handling pressure by the Redhawks.
As Kador comes away with the rebound, and Varlak goes behind his back as one of the top ball handlers in Suffolk County. And Kador give and go to Sharma, count it, and the foul.
Tremendous job. You know, sometimes you attack pressure with pressure, right? Nice backdoor cut. Eagles been extending out, really in your face, man to man. Love to see a little improvising by Hills. Tremendous back cut by Sharma.
And Sharma scores in multiple ways, as he can do it shooting, but also some great off-ball movement, as Sharma able to complete the three-point play, making it just a two-possession game here. But Dylan Leone, corner three, the sophomore, has another one.
Too easy, right? Eagles moving the rock against the zone, finding open shooters. They're knocking them down. Red hot here in the second quarter. Blaze pizza hot.
And Eagle enjoying their lead for now. They get another stop. It's Jacobs. And just like we've seen all afternoon, they are not afraid to push. And how about another three-pointer for Eagle Academy, as they make it a 31-19 lead. That time it was Jakeem Gibson.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Gibson, Leo, anybody, right? Heat check. It might be cold outside, but it's hot shooting in here for Eagle Academy. They seem to like the Chaminade gym.
Eagle Academy red hot, and so is some Blaze Pizza. The 5 for $35 deal. Blaze is offering a family meal, feeding up to 5. Pick any 3 pizzas. 11 inches original dough or thick crust, plus any 2 sides, any dessert, salad, cheesy, or cinnamon bread for an incredible deal of $35. As, I mean, Ryan, you can't beat this deal.
No, you can't. Blaze Pizza, right? They've been so good to us at Varsity Media. Still have a couple of gift cards, right, that I'm going to cruise over to Broadway Mall and use. Some cheesy bread behind us here. I can smell it still. Just a great menu over there at Blaze.
As they have an unbeatable deal that, I mean, some teams might really enjoy after they get some free pizza. But Eagle Academy up by 12 right now. And the three-point shooting really has been the story here early on in the second quarter.
Yeah, just unselfish basketball, moving it against the zone, open shooters. You knock it down, and then you force the other team to adjust. And let's see if Hills comes out of the zone, maybe plays some man or matches up something different.
Eagle Academy basketball.
Some technical difficulties with the scoreboard. We'll keep you updated throughout this one. Current score 31-19, Eagle Academy up with just about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, so we apologize about that, but the Eagles still rolling here.
Yeah, definitely went back to the man-to-man. Enough with those open shooters. And then you get that.
And we were talking about its three-point ability before. This time Dylan Leone says, hey, I could take it to the rack. And he does that. Another bucket for the sophomore coming off the bench, making an impact. And Sharma inside, and the foul. He gets another one through contact.
Yeah, he's been really smart with his cutting. A lot of pressure leads to open spots. Sharma's the N1 man. Great pass by Kador. Great look by the 6'6" senior.
And Sharma's free throw is good, so he'll complete the three-point play once again, as Sharma got that pass from Jordan Kador, and Kador can do so many things, whether it's stretching the floor, shooting from deep, or dishing the basketball like we saw there. As Leon's three, no good. So his streak comes to a little bit of an end for now.
Yeah, he's going to keep shooting. No, I think. I don't think he's going to stop.
As Kador takes the jumper, no good. So just approaching the 3-minute mark here in the first half. It's a 33-22 Eagle Academy lead over Hills East.
Splash Mountain.
And Eagle Academy keeps on shooting. That time, Jakeem Gibson, another junior, a little bit undersized, but still making a ton of plays.
Nothing but net. Every shot that gets up, it just looks good from as soon as it leaves their hand. They might want to book some more gigs here at Chaminade.
As Eagle Academy on fire. They've also done a good job defensively despite this foul just now. The intensity and the speed that the Eagles have been bringing, and especially the pressure they've been applying, certainly has been a difference maker here so far.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, the Eagles, like, you know, we might give up some layups, we might give up some easy baskets, but we're going to pressure you, right? And you're going to think about us in your sleep, right, defensively.
That's 2:27 to go. Eagle up by 14 here. Raj Gurjal will be shooting from the free throw line. And Coach Marcelin said he's everything you want from a sixth man, being able to really bring a spark off the bench, but doing those little things that's so important to, you know, not only winning big games now, but more importantly, winning big games in the postseason.
Yeah, he's scrappy, right? He plays defense. He can score. Team player. That's what you need, right? Basketball's about role guys. You know, you got your scorers, you got your rebounders. You see right there, he reaches around.
As he knocks that ball loose, and now it's Merchant. Merchant, quick jumper. The bounce will not go his way. So Eagle Academy picks up the board.
Hills East Valor as well. Brandon Corlack.
And it's going to stay with Eagle as Richard Jackson will inbound it. Jackson missed some time with injury so far this year, but he has been one of the most explosive offensive players when he has been on the court for Eagle Academy. And how about another three-point attempt for the Eagles? That one no good, but they're going to get the offensive board.
It's a big 2 minutes here for both teams, right? Hills wants to stay in this.
And Jacobs, no good. Big-time rebound from Gibson. Gibson almost lost it, able to maintain possession as Hills East looking to make a play there defensively, but Eagle Academy will take a timeout. They're up by 14 here over the defending Suffolk County champs.
Yeah, nice timeout by Coach Hamilton. You know, sensing a nice getting a possession here. It's big, right? If you can close out this, a couple baskets for Eagle, you know, stretch this lead out, that'd be great.
As this one has been fun here, and boy, the SPORTSCAST schedule coming up, presented by Blaze Pizza, is a good one. Some basketball action, Stepinac and St. Raymond, Holy Cross St. Francis Prep, and we also have some ice hockey. Hellenberg, Chaminade, you know those two teams don't like each other. We have it here on the Varsity Media Sports Network, along with some more Long Island basketball, Syosset and Massapequa towards the end of the month. Brian, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, wide range, right? I'd love to see a little puck on the Varsity Media Network. Chaminade's got that, like, Calgary Flames logo jersey.
And Eagle continuing with their offensive dominance. This time it's Xavier Caesar from downtown. So a 17-point lead for the defending PSAL champs.
Adrian Merchant.
Nice job handling the press. Coach Hamilton drew it up, and the timeout came out and sunk another three.
Caesar in the corner. He gets double teamed. He's going to have to get rid of it. And still with it. And it's going to head over to Hills East. So a 15-point lead for the Eagles, just under a minute to go in half number one. But in the second quarter, we've really seen this shooting come alive for Eagle.
I mean, unconscious shooting, and definitely they're not afraid to shoot it. You see all the confidence that they have. Coach has a lot of confidence in them, and they're being unselfish. They're not forcing it. They're giving it the extra pass to the guy who's wide open.
As that shot no good, and Eagle looking to run in transition. Jackson gonna feed that one over, and another bucket for Eagle Academy. It's Gregory Reyes.
Yeah, this is Eagles' tempo the last half of the second quarter, dominating the offensive glass, and the defensive glass leading to runouts.
And just 11 seconds here left. Varlak looking to get a shot off for Hills East. Immediately double teamed over to Sharma, out of bounds, stays with Hills East. So we'll see if the Redhawks able to get one more basket here, as just under 6 seconds in the first half.
You see Caesar, right? Caesar's the last few minutes he's made some shots. He's tough down there defensively. That senior you kind of need to kind of keep it all together when you're trying to replace so many guys.
As Kador caught the inbound pass, pressured immediately, but there was definitely some contact there.
Number 12, Xavier Caesar, his first. Hills East is in the bonus. At the line, shooting 2, number 35, Jordan Kador.
So it'll be Kador from the free throw line. As the first one, no good. And some late substitutions for Hills East, including Julian Diaz, who has definitely been tested with, how good this Eagle guard play has been. But Hills East, some of the best guards on Long Island, truly has been a showdown of, two of the best public schools in the state.
Yeah, good job with the basket there on the free throw. Just don't want to give up. You got to stop the ball here. Enough time.
Yeah, Jacobs puts one up from half court as that one hits the rim.
Admit it, you thought that was going, right?
There was a chance. It looked good.
They've made everything. They made, look at this, top of the key. Hail Caesar. Unbelievable job. 3-point shooting by Eagle Academy. About the only one they missed was from half court.
The Chaminade Gym has turned into Caesar's Palace here. Eagle Academy up 41-25 over Hills East. Heading into the half. We'll be back after the halftime break.
We're going to keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza,
Artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven.
For fast fire perfection.
Come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
The game is changing, but what drives the game never will. What you have inside. It refuses to be ignored. It sweats everything. It turns an athlete into a legend. It demands respect. The game will always change, but it never will. Gatorade, is it in you?
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the spring, but spots are limited. Contact us today for lacrosse, baseball, softball, and tennis by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Red ball tennis is a more accessible version of traditional tennis that can be set up anywhere, even in a parking lot. Simply put up a pop-up net, or tie an 18-foot string or tape between two chairs or cones. If you don't have a tape measure to make a 36-foot court, you can walk 12 paces to roughly measure 18 feet from the net to the baseline. Use throw-down lines or sidewalk chalk to establish the dimensions. Red balls are slightly larger than a traditional tennis ball with lower compression, so they bounce slower. The game is more accessible, and offering it as an option allows you to meet the needs of all members of the community. Lower bouncing balls create a more relaxed pace, allowing players to carry on a conversation while getting in some exercise. Players will have fun socializing on a smaller court and achieve success, so they come back for more. Don't worry about making permanent changes to your existing courts, which you can still maintain for additional tennis programming. Contact USTA Eastern through social media to learn about resources available for red ball tennis programming.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
This is Jalen Brunson, you're watching Varsity Media.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground to first. Wins up with it. Feeds to Varela. It's a no-hitter! And Division's moving on. Nassau County AA champions.
As West barks out the signal. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the winter, but spots are limited. Contact us today for basketball, ice hockey, wrestling, and swimming by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
It's time to book a Varsity Media Sportscast and get on the big stage. A Varsity Media Sportscast is seen by thousands of people, both live and on demand, from friends and family all over the world to prospective college coaches. Our announcers will help tell the story of your team and your athletes. There is no bigger stage to be on than Varsity Media. Book a SPORTSCAST today by contacting Varsity Media.
You're watching Varsity Media, New York's high school sports network. Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Welcome back to Chaminade High School. It's Half Hollow Hills East, and it's Eagle Academy. New York City's finest, Long Island's finest. It has been an amazing game so far, but Eagle finding themselves out in front 41-25 alongside Brian Soper. I'm Jared Veluzzi, and Brian, what a first half it was for the Eagles.
Yeah, one of the keys for Eagle, Coach Havlin told us, was transition and easy baskets. It started like that, and he should have added number 4. Hit a bunch of threes, too. They've had a great start. Transition, easy baskets led to them matching up in a zone, allowed for them to get hot from the outside. If you're Hills East here, you're going to have to, get stops, get rebounds, and start making some shots of your own, especially from behind the arc.
As Eagle Academy will start out with here in half number 2, Amir Dockery will feed that one over to Richard Jackson. Jackson inside, stolen by Jordan Cador, but a mistake for Hills East. That pass goes out of bounds, so Eagle Academy will stay with it.
To get back in this, it's almost like, you don't want to say you got to be perfect, but they got to stop there. You got to control that, get it going the other way. Cannot give Eagle Academy second chances.
And this time from deep, no good. Reyes with the rebound. And for Eagle Academy, you mentioned, back-to-back PSAL champs, but in the New York City Public Schools' highest division, to win 2 championships and, be a title contender, these past couple years, it really says a lot. And for Hills East, of course, they were Suffolk County champs last year, 2 of the best public schools going at it. But for Eagle to have a 16-point lead, do what they did last season, and have this kind of youth, very impressive.
Just breeds confidence, right? Winning breeds confidence, right? You can tell with the bounce that Eagle Academy has, and we're halfway through. Sophomores are now like juniors, right? They have a ton of experience, and your seniors are like college guys, especially going through the schedule that they've played. Starting to see them play their best basketball.
As the first one, no good, but Richard Jackson, the combo guard, has been a really good scorer for Eagle in the past couple games that he's played in, especially at that tournament where they traveled to Massachusetts and took down J.E. Burke. As Brandon Varlack, great move, puts it inside. Julian Diaz with the finish off the glass.
Yeah, it's about the second and third time they've gone 1-4, kind of letting Varlack isolate, and he's very good at drawing and dumping the ball off.
Just like that, it's Amir Dockery. We saw his vision earlier. Now it's the shooting.
Yeah, Eagle will take that. You give up a 2, make a 3.
As the fight inside, that was Julian Diaz. As Eagle up by 17, but Brian, with 6:49 to go, you got to think, this stretch here, especially as we get to the winding moments of the third quarter, can be really important.
Yeah, and you got to hope that the Eagle Academy cools off a little bit, right? You were hoping the halftime was going to cool them off, but obviously not, right? If Dockery really adds that 3-point to his game with his quickness and his ability to dish the ball, what an all-around nightmare he's going to be for the PSAL for the next 2 years.
Yeah, especially what he does defensively. I mean, he has been a steal machine, always just so active on that side of the court. Freshman of the year last season for the PSAL. So Dockery has done some really good things, and so has Gregory Reyes, who has the ball right now.
And it's nice. They have 5 guys who can all handle the ball. Even Jacobs at his size, right? You saw him bring the ball up a couple times. So Dockery doesn't need to have the ball in his hands, and it allows for them to be very unselfish.
As Dockery uses the screen from Jacobs. Jacobs from deep, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, but that's the kind of mismatch Jacobs can create with shooting that 3.
Yeah, he can pick and roll that, or he can pick and pop like he did. He has the ability to make that shot. Nice wrap pass, by Dockery.
That's a big stop for Hills East, but this one's going to be a steal. It's Jacobs. And Jacobs dished it to his teammate. That one blocked by Cador. And here comes Skylar Ellis running the other way. And Ellis off the glass, no good, but the rebound attempt looked like that was Julian Diaz, puts it away.
Yeah, Cador showing you why he's averaging 4.5 blocks a game. That's what you're going to need. You're going to need stops on defense, baskets on offense, and more stops.
And when I spoke to Coach Marcelin directly after the Bayshore game, they were actually down by 12 in that one before coming back. He said, we just took it possession by possession. There's no 12-point plays, as Hills East looking to do the same here. Now the alley-oop, Varlak over to Cador.
Really love Varlak's game. Ability to get into the lane and be unselfish. Cador. Great rebound by Diaz, gets it to Varlak. Just a great job getting into the lane. Great vision. Cador's really had a good start to the second half. Block on one end, little alley-oop type layup there. Chip away, like you said, one possession at a time. You never know.
And book a SPORTSCAST. Contact Varsity Media today and have us produce a SPORTSCAST for your team, including announcers, graphics, instant replay, and multiple camera angles. A memory your team will enjoy for a lifetime. 516-403-2050 or ben@varsitymedia.net. And there's been some incredible games on the Varsity Media Sports Network, whether it was those Nassau County Championships in the fall or the ones that we've had here. I mean, the basketball season really getting underway, and, this tournament at Chaminade has been outstanding.
Yeah, unbelievable game before us. Floyd and Baldwin, two dominant programs.
And that time, a great move, but unable to get it to go, and just another mental error for Hills East there after the great stop defensively, as the Redhawks have done a good job on these last couple of possessions getting those stops.
Yeah, just have to flush it, though. You got to get another stop, right? You see Cador starting to really protect the rim. He definitely disrupted that last layup. You just got to value the basketball a little bit more after you get that stop.
As Dylan Leone on the far side gets it inside the Jacobs. Jacobs working on Cador. Great spin move. That one's short. And it will be Hills East possession.
Yeah, you really got to bring a lunch pail, right, if you're going to want to guard Jacobs in the post. He has the ability to pick and pop. You saw him pick and roll there, lower his shoulder. Good job by Cador standing his ground.
And Eagle looking to run here. It's Reyes. Reyes loses possession for a second, and it's going to be held ball. Hills East will get possession here.
Again, you saw that 1-4 kind of flat look by Hills. Nice penetration by Varlak, but active hands by Eagle created a turnover. But good job, Hills scrapping it, getting some floor burns, tying that ball up.
As this Redhawks defense gets another stop, and Varlak looking to set up this Hills East offense, as this team definitely has the talent to score in bunches. Now pass cross court to Ellis. And Ellis looking to get by a few defenders. He does that, and he'll draw a foul.
Yeah, nice job by him. Ellis, the scouting report, is a silky shooter. The ability to take off the dribble. Good job there, again, getting tough with the basketball. That collapsing Eagle defense.
And for Hills East, the free throw line, it's going to be really important here as they're trying to mount the comeback, as Skylar Ellis comes away empty here on the trip. So both teams being able to get some stops defensively as we approach the 4-minute mark. Now Jacobs from deep, a little bit too strong. And the rebound, it's going to stay with Eagle.
Yeah, just relentless. That's Caesar. He's been tremendous at both ends. not shocking Coach Hamilton, called him the most talented defender on the team.
As that time was Hunter Frazier barreling his way in. But, you know, when you speak about Xavier Caesar, kind of just does like a little bit of everything. We saw him, you know, shoot from deep earlier in that first half, but really tenacious defensively and really plays to the identity that this Eagle Academy team has created, which is, you know, of course, defense and toughness is in there.
Yeah, you got Caesar and Jacobs, right, the two seniors out there with, you know, a couple juniors and a sophomore doing great things.
And Caesar a little bit too strong. But Hunter Frazier on the board. And the presence that the big man brings, so important for Eagle Academy. It's scary that they have him for another year.
Yeah, when you're getting a lot of these long rebounds, you know, a lot of these jumpers from the outside leading to these long rebounds. That's why it's important, especially weak side rebounding, to box out, which, you know, has led to some easy putbacks.
As Frazier's first free throw, no good. And coming into the game for Eagle Academy, Jakeem Gibson, who had a couple three-pointers earlier during that run that Eagle went on. So a couple of free throw attempts, no good. So once again, Hills East, whether it was getting a stop or some missed free throws, they're able to keep Eagle Academy off the board. They just have to do it here offensively.
Yeah, no more empty possessions if you're the Red Hawks. You get your stops.
And Varlak able to control for a second, but here comes Eagle, and they're running in transition. It's Dylan Leone, the sophomore, off the glass and in.
Yeah, thought for a second he might throw it up for an alley-oop, but he said, nope, I'll take it myself.
But Varlak, immediate response.
It's funny how that works, right? You can't get a basket, you give up one, then you get one, right? Can't be trading baskets if you're Hills East.
Hey, Varlak stormed down court there. Able to get a big bucket. And, you know, a little bit of a drought there offensively for Hills East, but they show that they could score and score quickly, as Varlak, no good on the free throw attempt. And Dockery with a nifty move. And Amir Dockery with the dish. How about it? It's Dockery, called him the dish master before. There he is once again.
Yeah, just elite vision by him. The ability to, you know, he's one of those guys you just love to play with, right? You know he's going to get the ball in your hands.
And Jacobs almost went up and came down with the dunk, but some contact there. He's been great inside for Eagle.
Yeah, that would have brought the absolute roof off of this place. You know, that's what happens when you have this, like, hey, tried to flush it, tried to go over the top. You know, sometimes when, you know, Hills has that like 1-4 look that they're running, it's been effective offensively, but those long rebounds, right, you only have one guy up top there, has led to a bunch of runouts for Eagle.
And that was one of the keys with, you know, the transition for Eagle Academy. It has really been there, as they are now enjoying a 17-point lead. As Raj Gurjal immediately double-teamed, able to get it out to Varlak. Varlak loses it, and here comes Dockery. And Dockery will go in and draw some contact, almost getting that one to go as well.
Yeah, nice job. Went up with the right hand here. Good elite leaping ability by him.
Hills East foul, number 3, Sanjay Sharma, the second at the line for Eagle Academy, shooting 2, number 11.
Dockery, a phenomenal athlete, has really shown his ability in multiple ways tonight.
Just a game changer, you know, just a guy who can defend all different positions, the entire court. Gets the ball in his hands, he can finish, he can dish, can shoot it. We've seen everything from him.
And he's been pretty good from the line too, so make that 2 of 2. And Eagle up 19.
He makes that foul shot and just goes and finds his man. He wants to dig in on defense.
His matchup with Brandon Varlak has been a lot of fun to watch here. 2 of the best going at it in their respective regions. And Dockery's still playing with the same intensity from, the moment he stepped onto this court here in the first quarter to now.
Some kids just love to defend, right? He's one of them. He's willing to pick you up from baseline to baseline.
And Varlak's free throw, no good. But despite the deficit that Hills East is facing, Varlak has definitely showed in some moments why he's one of the top guards on Long Island. And he's had some great offensive plays. And, these Hills East guards, this is definitely one of the toughest opponents on their schedule. But they've done a really good job on Long Island so far in difficult non-league wins, like against Floyd and Baldwin from earlier.
This game is only going to get them better, right? So, you got to stay positive, right? Keep digging, keep fighting.
And Jeremiah Jacobs gets his own miss and puts it away. The lead up to 20.
Just really tough. It's the ability to kind of jump again, right? The re-jump after the missed layup. Run out.
And there's Dylan Leone. Leone gets it over to the far side. Make that another three-pointer. Amir Dockery doing it all.
Yeah, just great job, right? Running to spots. Great find. Spotted up in the corner. Wide open look. And that's not by accident, right? You practice that, right? Run outs, get into your spots. That's how the game's changed a little bit, Get to the rim. Now it's kick out for a wide open three.
And the continuation of both getting to the basket and shooting for Eagle Academy really has been a theme in this one. And with the contact that they've drawn here in the second half, will be Dockery now shooting from the free throw line. He just had that three-pointer as Eagle up by 23, just a minute 49 to go in the third quarter.
Now, you can just tell the confidence that he plays with for a sophomore. I think he goes on the court every night, thinks he's the best player as a sophomore.
Yeah, Dockery had a special freshman campaign for Eagle Academy last season. And when he talked to people, just in the New York City basketball world, when it comes to, that 2027 class, those sophomores throughout the city, Dockery's name is up there with some of the best as the Eagles really pouring it on here as they get another basket, almost a steal from Jacobs, but Hills East looking to run. It's Ellis from three. That one no good. And the other way, it's Leone, but the Eagles are going to settle for now.
Yeah, after that last assist, Dockery put up the goggles right to his bench. Says, I got the vision. Can see through defenses, no problem.
It's going to be a backcourt violation, but Dockery, dominant. One word to describe his performance today. He's going to take a breather along with Jeremiah Jacobs. What a duo that has been from our players to watch from earlier.
Yeah, living up to the hype. Inside, outside presence. But both of them are so unselfish, which makes them tough to guard.
And Varlak gets a couple of points. But, Brian, that's a great point that you just made. But this Eagle team, of course, everyone likes to talk about the athleticism like we see here. But they have really shared the basketball. That time it was Jaden Howard, the junior, putting it away.
Yeah, it does the little things, right? Good second bounce to get his own rebound.
As late in the third quarter, Varlak just looked like it was in and out there.
Varlak is so smooth.
And that one will not fall for Eagle Academy. Jaden Howard almost was able to put that one up, but Skylar Ellis looking to fly in transition like he's done all year. That shot no good. Sharma with the offensive board, and that's going to be a foul against Eagle.
Yeah, compete level super high. The paint is not for the faint of heart on both sides of the rim.
As Sharma's free throw will fall. And we've talked a good amount about Sanjay Sharma. Hills East, they don't run a huge rotation, but the guys, of course, that get in there, like Sharma, Merchant, technically like the role players, Raj Gurjal, they've been a big reason why they've been successful in a gauntlet type of schedule for the Red Hawks. Not only are they scheduling the New York City defending public school champs, but they have all, the top teams from the island on there. We're going to have more on that later as a late shot attempt. No good to end the quarter. It's 63-38, Eagle Academy, and they really poured it on here.
Yeah, a little left-hand dish, Dockery. We saw his silky left-hand jumper. We've seen him go up with the right hand. We've seen him bounce pass, shovel pass. Just unbelievable find there. Easy bucket. You see, he likes to pass to his guys, and then guys like to pass to him when he's open. That's what you get when you're an unselfish point guard.
Eagle Academy up 63-38 over Hills East. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this.
This is Jalen Brunson. You're watching Varsity Media.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Welcome back to Chaminade High School here at the Gary Charles Hoop Classic. It's Eagle Academy and Hills East. Apologies once again, the scoreboard is stuck right now, but 7 minutes and 50 seconds in the fourth quarter as Eagle enjoying a 25-point lead over Hills East. Sharma's shot, no good. Raj Gurjal with the board, but the rejection there.
No easy baskets against this Eagle Academy defense. If you talk about hitting their keys, right, it definitely dictated the pace. They've dominated the boards, and they've gotten easy baskets. Exactly the recipe Coach Hamilton wanted today.
And Skylar Ellis's fadeaway, no good. As Kevion Jones-Allen dribbling up court, turns it over, putting up the alley-oop was Varlak over to Ellis. It's been that kind of day for Hills East, unfortunately. As Eagle almost with a steal, Ellis able to get the ball back once again. He's been so good at that all afternoon and honestly all season when it comes to, either getting his own miss or getting his teammates miss.
Yeah, just an absolute scorer, dynamic scorer, but he crashes the offensive glass very well, as you can see. Just seems to be a bit of a lid on the basket right now for the Red Hawks that they're hoping he can open up here with a few foul shots.
As Ellis doing a really good job as a scorer, but, able to get some double-doubles this season and really stack up the rebounds. And when you look at his rebound total before the Baldwin game, and it's a turnover, but before actually the last game against Floyd, his offensive rebounds and his defensive rebounds, almost the same exact number.
Yeah, just, all around, just a really solid basketball player.
As Jaden Chandler on the bucket for Eagle Academy. 65-39. And for the Eagles, they opened up their season, in the first couple games, they had a showdown with Jefferson from Brooklyn. It did not go their way. Jefferson had a dominant performance, putting up over 100 points in that victory. They took down Eagle pretty handily, but after that, Eagle Academy has been rolling, and it's been a lot of that today.
Yeah, their confidence is sky high in the way they've played. Doesn't matter. Guys come off the bench. They're flying around. Varlack hit a nice three a couple possessions ago. That's what's going to take to try to get this thing down.
And a full swap here for Eagles. Some of the starters that we saw before, like Dockery and Richard Jackson and Gregory Reyes. And once again, they are back to the intensity that they've been playing with all afternoon. As Ellis pull-up jumper, no good. Jacobs on the board.
Yeah, just everyone's giving them great minutes, right? Jaden Chandler off the bench. Caesar.
And Richard Jackson, far side three, nothing but net.
Yeah, just unbelievable red-hot shooting continues for Eagle. Eagle eye today from the three-point.
And Varlack, once again with another response. That was pretty. He's able to get that one to go.
You know, it's like Varlack is just not going to go down without a fight, right? The 6-foot senior splash right from deep NBA range.
As Varlack with a couple big baskets today, but Eagle up by 25. And the upcoming schedule for Hills East, we really get into their Suffolk County portion of it. As Copeg, Huntington, Northport, Newfield, but in a special one against Lehigh, one of the nation's best. And then they see North Babb and Copeg once again. Certainly not an easy journey for the Redhawks coming up.
No, I think they've came in confident, right? Although this is a 25-point lead for Eagle, there's a lot of positives. And I think you look at it as that, a chance to get better.
And for Eagle Academy, it becomes really exciting. It's PSAL action as South Shore, Wagner, Canarsie. And then they get to go against Lincoln Park from Illinois. But then once again, it's back to the city competition with Canarsie, Lincoln, and Curtis. That should be fun with some Brooklyn matchups. As, you know, they take on South Shore and Canarsie. I'm expecting some packed gyms for that one.
For sure. And the energy that these boys brought today, they're going to continue to be even more confident. And they're going to need it going into that schedule.
And for Eagle, it has been Amir Dockery
doing
doing it all
The
afternoon.
net's still stuck, and it went right through. Nothing but net. Just absolutely raining threes.
And Varlack's shot no good, but Dockery really living up to the hype in this one, as both him and Jackson have been good from the guard spots. And same with Xavier Caesar joining Richard Jackson and Amir Dockery. As you know, they've done a tremendous job on the perimeter, both offensively and defensively.
And hot shooting is contagious, right? It's not just been one guy who's been hot. It seems like everybody's been hot, feeding off of each other. And you just can't match. You're going to be that hot from three-point range. I don't care who you're playing. It's going to be tough to beat them.
As Ellis putting that one up, Hunter Frazier on the board. And Eagles still running here in transition. That shot looked like a piece was gotten from Hills East. Doesn't matter. Jeremiah Jacobs on the rebound and the putback.
Dockery sure knows how to run to that corner to spot up. It's just tough, right? You're flying out at shooters, right? You're leaving yourself open for offensive rebounding. It's that inside-outside that Eagle has. Kid's silky.
Yeah, Varlack with the sweet finish there for Hills East. As the Redhawks still applying pressure, Eagle able to get out of it. It's Xavier Caesar, near side corner three, count it.
At this point, you just throw your hands up and say, one, it's Eagles' day, and Hills, it's not our day.
The Eagles have been fantastic here this afternoon. As Jacobs on the board, will push that one forward. And you can see why he gets a lot of Division I interest. You know, great size, but able to kind of do a little bit of everything on the court.
Yeah, and their ability to shoot then opens up the driving lanes, and Richard Jackson knows how to get to the rim.
Sacred Heart will enjoy the presence of Jeremiah Jacobs, a.k.a. JoJo, as he'll be going to Connecticut next year to play for the Pioneers.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how he has the ability to play inside and out. Definitely handle and pass.
And Dockery's feed just off the hands of Frazier. And for Eagle next year, we mentioned like the combination of youth and experience. A lot of these guys also coming back. And speaking of that, one of those guys, it's Hunter Frazier with the layup.
I just love how all the guys on the bench standing up. They're just all root for each other. You can tell that this Eagle group is really connected. That starts with great leadership when you have guys like Jacobs and Caesar, seniors, who are used to winning.
And for Hills East, also a good amount of seniors, but some underclassmen as well coming back next year. One of them is going to be Skylar Ellis. It's always good to have another year of big number 14.
Yeah, you see sophomore in the game here, LJ Merchant, running the point, sophomore. Great experience for him. 21, Alex Stein, 6'4" junior.
And almost with the jam was Jackson.
It wasn't a three, right? That figures. The easiest one of the day doesn't go down.
As Hills East gets a bucket there, but yeah, Brian, it seems like everything else was going down for Eagle in this one, whether it's three-pointers or inside.
Yeah,
a lot going their way.
Nice job by Lahens, the senior, put back there. Eagle still playing that in your face, man-to-man.
Yep, and that's Jackson with the steal and the layup. As he has been excellent, and another steal. This time it's Jeremiah Jacobs. How about it, big man?
Let's just keep playing, right? Still up in your face, still getting steals.
And yeah, they are not letting up.
City is sending a message.
And it's going to be another steal and an easy basket. That time it's Xavier Caesar. It's 88-49. And Eagle Academy doing what they do best, scoring at will.
Yeah, JoJo. JoJo gets the steal here. Rocks the rim a little bit, a little chin up. Where's the weight room?
As JoJo with the flush. As Jeremiah Jacobs has just been outstanding here today, along with the rest of this core for Eagle Academy.
They better defend.
And it's going to be another steal. It's Caesar, and Xavier Caesar puts that away. They break the 90 mark.
Yeah, not backing up. You got to be able to handle the rock against the Eagle. They come off the bench defending.
Yeah, Eagle Academy playing you out to the parking lot. They are not letting up. This has been an impressive performance. They're going to get another steal. Kevion Jones-Allen with the bouncer. Another layup. That time it's Jakeem Gibson, 92-49 Eagle.
Yeah, nice job. Gibson kind of wraps around, pokes the ball free, and runs the court. Sends the free bucket and got it.
And for Eagle, we saw their upcoming schedule before. They have some exciting teams that they're going against. And when they do get a rematch with Jefferson, that should be a very fun one for New York City fans, two of the best teams there. And Hills East has a lot of exciting Suffolk County opponents on their schedule, along with a battle against Long Island Lutheran. That will be very exciting.
Still not going to give up an easy basket even with 27 seconds left. Make you earn it from the stripe.
His second team score at the line for Hills East, shooting two, number 4, LJ Merchant.
And it's another Merchant at the line, so LJ and Adrian both part of this team. Adrian, of course, has had a great season so far. LJ with a bright future for Hills East, as they have a lot of young talent on the court right now. And as for Eagle, they played a pretty deep rotation, but a lot of the guys coming off the bench, like Dylan Leone, Jakeem Gibson, Hunter Frazier, Jaden Howard, all of those guys coming back next season. A lot to be excited about, as Kevin Hamilton has really helped this program grow into what it is.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me. I'd probably say at least 4 or 5, maybe, in players in double figures today for Eagle.
Yeah, Brian, I was going to mention, it's been a balanced effort for Eagle Academy. It wasn't, one of those performances where it was kind of a one-man show. Absolutely not. And, it's part of the reason for margin of victory here today has been the fact that everyone showed up. And, that's what they're going to need if they want to win another PSAL championship. As time is ticking down, and that will do it. Eagle Academy with a dominant win over the defending Suffolk County champs, Hills East. It's 92-51, and truly impressive stuff from the Eagles.
It's going to be a nice ride home back to Brooklyn. Just dominated, just came in the gym with a lot of energy, played like it, warmed up with energy, and it transferred over into a very hot start, some hot shooting, just an all-around A-plus effort for Eagle Academy.
So it's Eagle Academy winning 92-51, and we'll be back after this short break.
We're going to keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza,
Artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven.
For fast by perfection.
Come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
The game is changing, but what drives the game never will. What you have inside. It refuses to be ignored. It sweats everything. It turns an athlete into a legend. It demands respect. The game will always change, but it never will. Gatorade, is it in you?
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the spring, but spots are limited. Contact us today for lacrosse, baseball, softball, and tennis by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net. When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Welcome to the Blaze Pizza post-game show, and alongside me, Jeremiah Jacobs, aka JoJo, and today, complete domination from you guys. What was the key?
Huh?
What was the key to the complete domination?
It was just energy, having max energy, and we all just worked hard as a team. The same thing we do in practice, we did in the game. So as long as we keep on practicing good, we're going to be good.
Defensively, you guys were really impressive here. What helps you guys get so many steals and put up those points?
Definitely the pressure, make sure we put pressure on the ball, on ball. Even the second help, the first help, make sure everybody's in the right place.
And after a performance like that, you guys gotta be hungry, and courtesy of Blaze Pizza, you're all getting free pizza.
Free pizza! Free pizza!
It's Eagle Academy over Hills East, 92-51. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to the broadcast. Don't go anywhere. Chaminade and Bishop Lachlan right after this.